Access granted.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Calling It Power Up. I'm Mark Hadaball, and I'm here with
Justntime. Power-ups are our way of bringing breaking news from the entertainment industry straight to you. And this is going to be our very first one. We're super excited. We're talking about Disney investing $1.5 billion into Epic Games, which is absolutely nuts. It came out of nowhere. No one saw it coming. No one knew that this was going to happen. And we're going to tell you everything you need to know about it. So if you ever are talking with friends or you need something to talk about or you just want to know what's happening, this is it. We're going to help you. These are short little episodes. So stay with us and we'll tell you what's going on. Okay, so Marky, so we haven't talked about this at all today. And we've been waiting and waiting because we knew that our brains were going to explode as soon as we got onto the Calling It podcast. And I don't know. It is crazy that this is happening. So Disney is investing $1.5 billion for a stake in Epic Games. The media giant will work with Fortnite Studio to create new games and an entertainment universe where consumers can play, watch, shop, and engage with content, characters, and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and more. That includes Fox, ESPN, etc. Iger said, our exciting new relationship with Epic Games will bring together Disney's beloved brands and franchises with the hugely popular Fortnite and a transformational new games and entertainment universe. So,
and
it's kind of funny because, yes, thank you. We were just talking about Epic Universe and Universal, and now Disney's making a universe with Epic.
coincidence? I think not.
I think not. I think this is. Everyone thought they were going to retaliate, whatever, with another theme park, which they could. That's another power up for you guys. So keep a lookout for that. But they're making a virtual like theme park basically, and I'm getting Ready Player One vibes from it. I don't know about you.
I am definitely getting player own vibes. So I am super interested in, first of all, the concept art, because the concept art that they shared was honestly, we've always we talked about it in the last podcast, how in the Epic Universe one, how we kind of imagined different theme parks, and I came up with a Lord of the Rings one. I came up with a Jurassic Park one, an entire theme park that was Jurassic Park one. That was pretty cool. And then I've also made a Star Wars one in my mind, or in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, but first it started in my mind. But in this park, I had the idea that each of these different lands was going to have a different like planet theme. So it would be center around kind of like some kind of thing, and then each land would be like Tatooine in one area, Hoth, all of these different areas, and each place would have like different rides and everything. But if you notice, in the concept art, it looks like they're kind of doing that. So if you look in the background of their concept art, you can actually see the Hoth battle going on, which is really interesting.
Real quick, if you don't know, Mark and me, we play a lot of Fortnite.
We do
a ridiculous amount, to the point where I hated it. My little brother played it. I didn't like it. I said I would never play Fortnite unless they do a Marvel season. They did a Marvel season. I missed out on Deadpool. I have every single character. There's too much money put into Fortnite from me, especially and Marky. I don't want to see a receipt. I don't want to see a statement because I'll probably cry. But I actually love Fortnite, and people who say dead game and it's not going anywhere. It's really fun. And to be honest, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters your age or what you're into. I think anybody and everybody can get into Fortnite, especially now with all the new creative games and everything, and the racing, the music, the rock band stuff and everything. So yeah, we play a lot of Fortnite. So Marky and I know quite a bit about Fortnite and Epic Games and all that, and especially Disney. So what you're hearing from us, this is us telling you the information, and we're probably going to call it on some things.
Oh yeah, and I just have to give props to Fortnite for all of their, because I mean I played it when it first came out. I played it probably like a day, and then immediately uninstalled it because it was just
Yeah,
so atrocious that first. Back then, it was just only a battle royale game, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's a video game in which you drop on an island with a bunch of other people, and the last man standing wins.
yeah.
And so you can get on with your friends and play with other people. But back when it was first a brand new concept, which I believe that like PUBG was the very first one, and then Fortnite was like, "Oh, we like that. Let's do this," which they had originally wanted to create a
I mean,
uh,
if you really
kind of
want to
like a,
go back to it, I think it would be Minecraft survival games.
yeah,
Like
it
the
was kind of
first.
like what they wanted to do. They wanted to do a survival game, and so that was their intention. But then while they were creating that, they decided, hey, let's just throw in a battle royale mode, just so people can kind of get their feet wet and get their feel for
Yeah.
the actual game. And so originally it was like, we want to make a Minecraft game, which that took off. So when the battle royale came out, it took off, and that became their main flagship game mode. And so they actually did come out with a it's called I forget. I think it's Survive the World or whatever.
Oh, you
I
talking
believe
about
that.
this the story mode?
Yeah, the story mode. I can't
Um,
remember what the
yeah.
name is specifically is. I believe it's Survive the World. But it's they came out with a mode, and it was it
It's
honestly did
save
not
save the
do as
world.
well.
Very close.
Save the World. Thank you. Save the World. It did not have the same effect, which thankfully for Fortnite, the battle royale was such a success that it ended up going off and turning into what it is today. So nowadays you have a creative mode where you can kind of make any other games, and we have played many different game modes.
Yes, we have.
And just, I mean, there's so many different ones, and basically it's up to the creators. They can create anything and everything basically that within reason and within the creative ability of the game. And so now we have this, which Disney has always kind of had their we'll say their cooperation and their deals with Epic Games, because they
I
have
would
always
say
competed.
it started with Star Wars,
Oh yeah. Mhm.
and it didn't start very well with Star Wars. People actually didn't. They weren't happy with the Rise of Skywalker canon event thing. It was very weird. It was Emperor Palpatine's message, and I do agree. It was very weird marketing. Like, cool, it's in Fortnite, but why are you making it like the only time you can ever hear this message is in a video game once ever? It's very strange. Um, but after that, it's kind of like, I mean, there was a Wreck It Ralph thing. I think was also bad. I never saw either of those two. I know you saw the Star Wars one, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's why he has the Millennium Falcon glider, and I don't. It's super annoying.
Well,
um,
that was actually from a concert during I don't even remember who it was. I didn't really care. All I remember was I heard that if you go to this concert, you get a glider, and everybody was saying that it was going to be a Millennium Falcon. So I just went on because I wanted it, and I'm glad I did.
Dumb and annoying. I have every other Star Wars character, and even the ones that don't even matter. Like Zori. Oops! Don't get mad at me. I
Oops!
said what I
Yikes!
said.
Oh,
I said what I said. um. Anyways, yeah. So after that, I mean, it really was just. I feel like it was them testing the waters a lot with like, no one
the
really
reception
knew.
for sure.
Fortnite was huge, but no one really knew where Fortnite was really going to go. Like, was this game
Right.
going to die eventually, like all other games, or was this game sticking here for like forever? Like, I mean, we still don't know how long it's going to stay, but it's really seeming like it's going to be the Ready Player One. And I used to say that a long time ago to people,
Oh
and they
yeah.
didn't believe me.
Mhm.
They're like, "It's not VR." I'm like, "Yet."
Mhm.
Like, this is gonna start off like this, and then we'll get VR way later, and it's gonna be huge. Like, this is our Ready Player One. No one else is making it. Not Meta, not PlayStation. No one. It's Fortnite.
Yeah. And
um,
just before we get off the topic, when we were talking about how Disney has had some different collaborations. I think the biggest one was probably in Avengers Endgame, where it actually
Yeah.
Thor in the movie is playing Fortnite, and he and Korg are both playing, and they even make a couple jokes in there.
I mean, if you
Um,
don't know, also, like, are you going to tell them about the fun fact about that?
uh, Go ahead, I'll let you take it.
The fun fact is that when Endgame came out, right? Like you said, Thor's depressed and he's playing Fortnite. Um, he's playing season or chapter one, and chapter one was long gone by 2019 when the movie came out. So people were like, "Oh, that's not accurate. That's kind of weird. Why is he playing that?" But what people didn't realize is that Endgame takes place in 2023, and in 2023 we just had Fortnite go back to chapter one. So that's pretty cool. I'll be
That is
honest.
cool. I
That's a
didn't know
fun
that.
little Easter egg, little
That
hack.
is
Like,
great.
so technically, they were never wrong.
They weren't wrong. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's super cool. I didn't
uh,
even know that.
yeah, it's really neat. But yeah, so you're right. The that Infinity War Endgame event with Thanos, and you can be like you can get like the powers of like Captain America and stuff like that. Or no, it was just. Did you
It
get the
was
powers,
you could
or
get
was it just
Thanos.
Thanos?
You could be Thanos, and then you could pick up items that were
Right,
Iron
right.
Man's gauntlets. You could pick up Hawkeye's bow, and you
It
could
was
also pick up Captain
the
America's
main team.
shield, and
Yeah.
then Thor's hammer, I believe. So just those four, and then you could go and fight Thanos, and then his anybody who was at Thanos on the enemy team was a Chitauri warrior, and they had their own weapons and everything. And it was a really fun event. But yeah, they had many collabs since then.
Oh yeah. I
But
mean, they had a whole Marvel season,
yeah,
which, in my opinion, was one of the best seasons. And I honestly wish they would do another one because I
likewise.
people that say it wasn't, they don't know what they're talking about. Because if you ask anybody, like, the most fun was the Marvel season when you could go get different power ups, all the different characters everywhere, the whole map being different. Anyways, we're going off topic. I mean, we're on topic. We're going a little bit to the edge of the
We're
off
chasing
topic.
rabbit trails.
Yeah, yeah. um, so what we're trying to say is that Disney has been working with Epic for a while. They have Marvel skins, they have Star Wars skins, and for the first time ever, this last Halloween in 2023, we got the first like Disney skin, which was Jack Skellington, which came out with Michael Myers. Interesting pair up.
Yeah.
um, they match, but they don't at the same time. They both like Halloween a lot, that's for sure. uh, so when that happened, I know Marky and I, and even like Colton and some friends of ours, were all like, that's interesting. First Disney collab is Jack Skellington. I wonder what this means. I wonder if there's something bigger coming. Like, we all know that this means that more Disney skins can come out. Are you going to be able to play as like princesses and shoot each other, or are we going to get like Aladdin and like stuff like that? Like, it really opened the door of what could be possible. And we just thought it was going to be like normal collabs like we've been getting. Like, we just got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collab that's happening right now at the time of this recording, and the event pass happens like tomorrow or something. Um, so basically, that's what we thought. We thought we'd just get skins, some gliders, maybe like a small thing on the map, possibly. Who knows? Depending on how big the collab is. This is huge.
This is massive.
This is not just a collab. This is like, I don't know, a partner. Like they said, a partnership, because this isn't like just like, oh, so a couple skins. Like, this is gonna be a lot. This is a
Yeah.
whole.
And
Um, I want to say, like, right now they have this new like slogan they're trying to push, that it's "Find it in Fortnite," and what they
yeah.
mean by that is that Fortnite's not just Fortnite anymore. You have several games in Fortnite, not game modes, not creative mini game maps. No, like games. There's
That were
uh,
made by Epic.
made by Epic and other teams. So
Yes.
Rocket Racing, which was made by
Mhm.
the Rocket League team, and they're still producing Rocket League stuff, but They made a whole game just for Fortnite called Rocket Racing. They have excuse me, uh, Fortnite festival, and that was made by the people that made Rock Band, and that's crazy to think about. And it's awesome. We play all the time. Marky is obsessed with it. And as soon as those guitars come out, we're totally buying those immediately.
100% immediately.
Um, and then what's the other mode? They have racing.
Lego.
Oh, Lego. God, how did I
Yes.
forget about that?
I don't know.
We haven't played it in a while, but we probably should because there's a lot of updates. That game is mind blowing. That's free in Fortnite because it really is should be like a $60 game. How big it is, or like it's just crazy. So like there's Lego Fortnite, Rocket Racing, Fortnite Festival, and now there's going to be this Disney, and I'm going to say this Disney thing is a game.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
I was
just
that was going to be my calling it. It was going to be its
yeah
own game mode.
yeah.
Now, I have some other calling it's because in the description, it's talking about uh, how players will be able to create your own
I
experiences,
know.
and I'm like, okay. And then we have obviously different collaborations that were confirmed by the trailer itself. And what's interesting is content of Disney will be watchable in Fortnite.
I know. That's
So
crazy.
my calling it for this is going to be that there are multiple different islands in the concept art picture. There's multiple different islands. My calling it is that it's going to be its a universe. Like it's going to be its own
Yeah.
universe that they're going to be adding different islands on, and each island is going to have different things that you can kind of
Yep.
like a virtual like an MMO kind of thing. You'll be
Stealing
able
the
to
words
walk
right out
around.
of my mouth.
Oh yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
like a massively multiplayer online game where you can go around and there you can have different activities. I don't think maybe you won't have experience. It could have experience where you level up and everything, but I think that this is going
I
to be
think if you get any
MMO
experience,
style.
it'll just go to the battle pass like normal.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Maybe it'll have its own little pass, kind of like Fortnite Festival has its own little pass.
Hmm.
Maybe like a Disney pass where it's like, oh, you get these Disney characters if you do this. Um,
Yeah, and
so
so
I
yeah,
completely agree. If you liked Disney Infinity, which I loved Disney Infinity,
I wanted to
um,
bring that up so many times when we were going through our Epic Universe
yeah,
podcast
this
because
is Disney rebooting it.
I was thinking of that is for the hub. I was thinking of the like the creative modes that you could do in that in Disney Infinity.
Yeah,
That's just what it came to mind, and I kept forgetting to
this
mention it.
is
But this
this is
definitely is
this
that.
is like Disney Infinity reboot. If you
Yes.
loved having all your characters walk around and interact with each other, being in different worlds as different characters, this is it. And honestly think this is the best way to do it because not only will I hope now here's the thing, Disney's taking 10% of stock shares, so that means they have a little bit of a right to say and change things if they want, and it can be outvoted. So hopefully they're not too controlling or try to be too controlling. But hopefully, in the spirit of Fortnite, you can be any character and go to this Disney universe. Let's call it. Let's just call it. We're called call right now, or call it Disney Universe,
That's a
and that's the name.
Well,
That's what
I
I'm
know that
calling.
if you have 10% of a stock, I believe you actually get an honorary seat on their board.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't
Ex-
know exactly the numbers of the percentage, but they do have now
yeah.
they do
They're
have
the
a seat.
largest. I think they're the largest stockholder right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah. And so they will have a seat on the board. They will be able to give input on
I'm
upcoming
hoping they
updates and
don't
things.
pull a whole Disney thing where they're like, no, we don't want like other franchises that we don't own entering this
Right.
area, like their skins. Like, we don't want Michael Myers walking around in the Disney area. Like, that's our Disney. Like, I hope you can be whoever you want, just like Ready Player One, and you can go to any place and you can have fun because that's the whole point of Fortnite. Fortnite is so cool because there's so many insane collaborations. You can be Goku with Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fighting next to Michael Myers against Master Chief and uh
Superman.
yeah, Superman and Batman and then Spider-Man. Like it's nuts. It makes no sense, but it's awesome. And
Yeah,
I hope that they keep that as like a main like
yeah.
borderline. You can be
I think
anybody,
they
whoever you
will.
want.
I think they will for the specific purpose of, you know, that's what kind of what Fortnite is. Fortnite is, it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is why it's so fun. It's like this funny, whimsical land where all of your favorite characters from any franchise you can imagine is in this game, and like you can just walk around with your friends and you can play your favorite characters that you want and just do whatever you want basically, and you can play online with like the battle royale mode, which we like you mentioned, or there you could play a community made game if somebody in the community makes a really fun game. I know that we've played quite a few that are really well made and really fun, and or you can do one of the other crazy things like when I in rocket racing, you can play any character. One of my favorite things to do is to be Ghost Rider, which is a Marvel hero, and drive a beefed up muscle car and just go crazy and try and beat everybody, including Justin, which
Yeah,
I
and
do on a
be
number of
annoying.
occasions. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's that's the I think that's the vision. So I'm hoping that that's something that they don't try and change. I don't think it will be something they try and change. Um, I just hope that they
The
don't.
only reason I can see it changing is because of that rating system that they
Right,
released at
which
that
was
a couple
the
months
only thing
ago,
that was
and they
bad.
made it so you couldn't wear certain skins in certain games, and because of the but like it made no sense. You were allowed to wear Michael Myers, but you couldn't wear like a banana that had like uh, bullets on its leg or something like that. Like it made no sense. Um, so they kind of like cut that. It hasn't really affected anybody. Uh, so I don't know. I'm worried that Disney's gonna be like, yeah, we don't really want Evil Dead walking around Toy Story. Like,
Yeah,
I guess we'll see. Hopefully, it doesn't happen. If it does happen, we know the internet will go crazy, and hopefully, we stop them.
which I mean
um,
we did for the other thing, so I mean might as
yeah.
well.
Um, so I guess that's my calling it. That's bad that it might happen.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like we're hoping it doesn't happen, not calling it, just
yeah,
cautious, just are cautious. This could happen, and we don't want it to happen.
yeah. So, real quick, we're gonna go over the concept art, and I don't know about you, Marky. I'm gonna zoom in and start from the top left, and then we'll
All
move
right.
our way around. So, this concept art is kind of crazy. Now, I'm trying not to get my hopes up because this is a lot to promise. Now I know it's a video game, but still, this is a lot to promise. And this is why I think it is its own game because you can't fit all of this in just a custom mode. Like,
No. Yeah,
there's
this
no
is its
way.
own. This feels massive.
This feels huge, and I'm calling it now. Um, when you try to go to different areas, there that's going to be like its own little game experience, etc. Like they said, on a different server sort of thing. Because I feel like this is huge. This is absolutely massive, and I'll talk more about what I'm talking about in a second. But starting at the top left, I zoomed in. I'm pretty sure that's Arendelle from Frozen.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to.
And then right next to it is Unknown from right oh no, not Unknown, sorry,
Nowhere.
Nowhere, thank you.
Yeah.
Nowhere from Guardians of the Galaxy and MCU, so that's really cool. um I don't know what that place is right there next to
I see what
Nowhere.
you're saying. I'm not sure either. It's hard to tell
I think
in the
it's
picture that I
just
have.
a generic looking area. I don't
It
think it's
probably
supposed.
has details. I just don't have a very good picture of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But so I don't know if you know what that is. Please let us know on Instagram or on YouTube. We're always checking and we're always talking back with you guys. Um, so, anyways, on the left, if you see this whole little trail going around this whole area, um, it's like a highway and it has cars racing. I'm wondering if that's going to be a Rocket League or Rocket Racing like map. if this is their way of saying like, hey, we're going to have like Disney racing maps, because that's awesome. I would love to race. I know they have the Disney Speedstorm, but I feel like once this comes out, that's going to die. I mean, it's already kind of dead. I don't really hear anybody ever talking about it. Besides, I tried playing it. It's just way too expensive. Um,
Yeah.
so, anyways, I think this hub, this first one right here, the Disney Plus, ESPN, Marvel, Lucasfilm, Pixar, 20th Century Fox, and then the Magic Hat. This definitely seems like where you'd probably go to watch movies and
Yeah, go
watch
and see all
things.
of these things to watch because you
Uh,
have these different. Each one is like Disney Plus, ESPN,
it's like the
obviously.
studios.
Right, it's the studios, and it looks like they are all in some kind of theater or
Yeah,
like ESPN is its own. It looks like a soccer stadium,
so you could
and
watch like live sports or
you can
something
yeah
like on
exactly.
Fortnite.
So you watch,
Um,
which would be really incredible because I know that they dabble a little bit with that with some of these. They have concerts and things where you can watch live in
yeah.
concerts. Really cool things like
Can you
that
imagine
where
sitting
they
in a
have live
giant
events.
stadium with like thousands of people in Fortnite, and you're all looking down at the stadium, and you can see like players, like 3D model players, and it's just following what's happening on like the game, and you can all like cheer and emote and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
That
That'd
is
be.
a pretty cool concept for
I don't
sure.
like sports, but that'd be cool.
I'll watch my soccer on it. I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
that'd be really neat. It'd be like I don't know, it's pretty cool. And the reason why I'm saying movies and entertainment, like you said, is because if you look above Disney Plus, that is a screenshot of Toy Story 1, and that's Buzz standing on Andy's bed with his wings popped out, and Woody's like saying, they're plastic. So that's where I'm getting this is where you probably get to watch movies. Super cool. I don't think it's going to be like, hey, you can go and choose what you want to watch. I think they're going to have pre selected, like, kind of like TV, like schedules, like, hey, Toy Story is going to be playing throughout this week, and like over at 20th Century Fox, X-Men's going to be playing out through this week, and you can just jump in and watch with people, sort of
That
thing.
makes sense.
I don't. It's kind of like a big ad. Unfortunately, it's a big ad, so you can go, pay for the different streaming services. But I mean, I'm cool with being like, hey, you guys want to go watch Toy Story while dressed as DC characters? I don't know. It'd be weird. I mean, as soon as the Toy Story collab comes out, I will probably. I always say this, but it's not true. But I will never change my skin. um, it's pretty cool. There's like the Groot like hologram statue in the middle. I can definitely see them if they're gonna like promote their new movies. This is where it's gonna be at.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
movie trailer drops, stuff like that. And then we'll move down. It's easier just to move downwards.
Just and one little shout out, there
Oh
is a
yeah, yeah.
Millennium Falcon right on that,
Yes.
platform, so I'm excited about that, and also you mentioned the racetrack. They're also flying around the entire universe there, the Disney universe. You have X-Wings, you have TIE fighters,
Yeah.
I see a U-Wing, I see, some other ships, like Lilo and Stitch's, you have
Well,
Stitch's
we'll get
ship.
over there in a second. We'll get over there in a second.
But all that to say, all that I won't go too far into that. But all that to say, it appears that there probably is going to be a racing or space combat, aerial combat mode
Oh my
from
gosh,
that,
we've
and
all
that's
been
what I'm calling
wanting. We all been wanting a Battlefront 3, but like, what if this is their way of giving us like sort of like battles, like space battles and ground assaults and stuff like that, kind of like Battlefront, but you get to unlock the skins you want for Fortnite, and then you go in and play. And then what if they have like a free mode where you could, like you said, space assault battles where you can fly an X-wing and you can shoot down Stitch, or you can shoot down, or you can like fight with Buzz Lightyear in his spaceship. That would be so. That's so dope. Okay, I'm getting excited.
it. And the hype is starting.
Okay, so anyways, we're this next area, this next little hub, um, this I think is the experiences. So we were talking about the watching and the moving. The movie stuff was up in that other one. This is like the experiences where you get to go to some of the worlds or some of the uh franchises, and I'll just start from the top and go clockwise. So we have Flo's Cafe from Cars, so that's pretty cool. Then we have Stark Industry, obviously Iron Man. Um, I don't know what that next one is. Is that supposed to be Star Wars? I feel
Yeah,
like.
that looks like Jabba the Hutt's palace to me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah. And then we have Wreck It Ralph, pretty cool. Um, and then I want to say that looks like a village with some books, so I'm guessing Beauty and the Beast, possibly,
Possibly, it's kind of
or like
vague.
a fairy tale area. It's concept
Yeah,
art,
possibly
so
like a fantasy land or like
yeah, so
this
like where
has
you
like
can
Disney princess
visit.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then Monsters University.
University.
They
Mhm.
never go back to Monsters Inc. You notice that? I mean, they have the new show, but it's not that good in my opinion. Um, but yeah, Monsters University.
Yeah.
And then they have a construction area, which is obviously concept art of just showing like this is going to be updated. Things will change. We will add and remove things. So it's just like Fortnite. You got to experience it while it's out because it's not going to come back.
When I first
So
saw it, I got really excited because I was excited for Tron stuff, and I was
yeah,
like, "Tron, Tron." Oh, I know what they're
it,
doing.
it. I mean, possible. It's very possible with Trend
Yeah, for
coming out.
sure. Yeah, now that yeah, Tren. Oh lord, that's a whole
um,
episode.
and then yeah, and then we have Nightmare Before Christmas. This looks like the World of Disney logo from Disney Springs. So I'm guessing like this is the shopping area that they mentioned in the description. So if I want to buy a back bling of like a Buzz Lightyear toy that can like sit on my back, or like a Monsters Inc. backpack or something for my Fortnite character, this is where I would come to like do my shopping and stuff like that. Which, oh my god, now I'm thinking I'm gonna be buying
More
virtual
money.
accessories.
This is just a money pit.
My goodness, and they got me because I'm ready to do
It's
it
free to
right now.
play. You can absolutely play this game for free. I just want to
Oh
make that
yeah, you don't have to
that was
buy anything at
not at
all.
all.
You don't have to.
You can play this game completely free with no money invested. However,
It's fun
I
to
doubt
spend
you
money.
will.
We're horrible. Please sponsor us.
Yes, give us money so we can give our money to Fortnite.
For real? Oh my gosh. Okay, so then do you want to take this next one? The island with the
Sure.
spaceships?
So first off, I'm going to start from the bottom right. So obviously we have Neverland there, and a
Super
little
cool.
secluded area, which Peter Pan. Uh, you can see Skull Island there, and you see the Mermaid Lagoon. All of that is just kind of nestled in there. So that is a really cool bit. So obviously kind of continuation of but a little bit more in depth, I would think, where you can kind of visit. In the last one we mentioned going into these different areas and looking and exploring these areas, this seems to be more completely immersion
Yeah.
because this is a full island. It's surrounded by water. It's surrounded by it looks like the only way you can get there is either by teleportation or
So
by
this
spaceships
would
or
be the
something like that.
engage with stories and create your own story
Right.
uh, part of the description that they were talking about, where it's not just content and it's not just like visiting worlds. Like this is like the actual like story mode, maybe online, like you said, online MMO sort of stuff. So
Right. And so you can also see just above that you have Stitch's ship, and then you have the ship in front of that is also from Lilo and Stitch. It's just kind of a little bit forward. There's also two X-wings going to land on what looks like that platform, and I don't think anybody else noticed this, but if you look there, right to the left of that spaceship, the Lilo and Stitch spaceship, you'll see a familiar looking
oh my
black ship,
gosh,
and that is definitely the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah,
And we called that probably a few weeks ago. I want to say a few weeks ago, we were talking about the
yeah,
possibility of Pirates of the Caribbean collab. And I am 100% on board with that because
that's
you know me,
Tortuga, I'm pretty
I
sure.
love Yeah, I think you may be right. Actually, that might be Tortuga right there. And I love Pirates of the Caribbean. That movie, that series is fantastic. Absolutely love that series, and
You
so
know
I
what,
am
Marky?
loving that idea. And if you look,
Marky, I think I figured out what this hub is. I don't. Have you figured it out? What it's supposed to be?
I have not yet. So please share.
So we have Pirates of the Caribbean. We have Disney Cruise Line right above it, next
Yeah,
to
I was about to say
Tortuga.
that was Disney Cruise Line on the right.
But then, if you look right in the middle, there's the partners statue where it's Walt holding Mickey's hand and pointing. It's very blurry, but it looks like a village in the middle or around there. And then on this spaceship tower, if you look at the top left, that is uh, Spaceship Earth, or not Spaceship Earth. Oh my gosh, Space Mountain.
Space Mountain, right?
Yeah. So is this the theme parks and like vacation hub where you can go and experience like Disney parks and stuff? Because to me, that's Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Adventureland, and the cruise ship.
Yeah, it could be. It could definitely be something like that. I think I definitely think that personally. I think this is more immersion based. I just see.
I think it is
It's
too. I think it's an immersion. Like I think this is where you would go to experience the Disney theme parks in a
okay.
virtual
So
way.
yeah. So okay. So instead of being going to the theme park and it being very theme parky, it would be like you're going to the actual
Yeah,
land.
yeah,
And I see that. That makes sense. It definitely seems kind of like with those Disney cruise ships, it definitely gives me those like vacation vibes. So definitely has something to do with adventure, getting away, vacation, something like that, and immersion because of what you have Neverland, the what looks like to be Tortuga, the Black Pearl,
yeah.
and Space Mountain. Um,
And Tafiti all the way in the background on the top right.
oh yes, I actually didn't catch that. That was
Hmm.
great. Yeah. Wow. So Moana right there too.
Yep.
And so I also want to take a quick little jump up from the top in the very top right. You have a very big cloud covering half of this, but you can definitely tell what that is. That is Avatar. Not Avatar: The Last Airbender, but rather the Avatar that Disney bought when they bought Fox, which is Avatar, the James Cameron film, and that is definitely the Hallelujah Mountains. And you can see, you look closely, you see some Ikron or some Banshees. They call them both in that movie, and so I I did not see that coming. I kind of figured that they were going to do a collaboration with them when the you have next year the third movie coming out, but this is exciting.
Oh yeah.
I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I also love Avatar, and I'm super excited about what they're going to do with that because clearly, which they already have a Ubisoft game that just came out this year, or actually the end of last year, and that game was fantastic. It's called Pandora Frontier or Frontiers of Pandora Avatar, and that game was fantastic. But now we are getting what appears to be some kind of similar experience in Fortnite, and that is super cool because all of this interconnectivity it's going to be super cool to be using the avatar characters in the game and also flying around on an Ecron possibly in different areas and just I see going around flying around an X-wing and them racing an Ecron and racing Stitch's ship. It's just going to be an awesome. It's going to be an awesome experience, and definitely feels very Fortnite uh, in the intent, in the interconnectivity, and being whoever you want to be, playing whatever game you want to play. And I definitely want to take this next one. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You're
But
good.
in the top, just above that, you have a very familiar moon-shaped object.
Star Trek.
But oh no, you didn't.
As I bought a Star Wars helmet today.
Oh goodness, I want to kick you off the podcast for that. Just kidding. No, the very familiar shape of what appears to be a moon, but we all know that that's no moon. That is the Death Star, and forgive me for that very cringy introduction. But oh my
I
lord,
would have it
it's
no other
so
way.
cool. Oh, it is so cool to see the Death Star in here. Back when they did a Star Wars collaboration, they had off in the distance, as like a teaser, you could look up in the sky and you could see a Star Destroyer way off in the distance,
Yep.
and everybody was like, "Oh
They
my
did it,
lord!"
and they did it for the last one, the last event pass when they were focusing on the prequels. You could see a Venator
Yeah, the
up in the
Venator.
sky, and that was super cool too. That was like,
Oh
oh my
yeah.
gosh.
And it was definitely like an indicator like, hey, this is coming, and we all were excited because we knew exactly what that meant. And that was a super cool little Easter egg that they had. And then now we're having the entire Death Star. So I'm wondering what this is going to be about. Obviously, it looks to me like this is exactly what you were talking about, which was
Yep,
a
I'm calling
battle
it.
calling it a Battlefront esque mode in the game where you can run around, and obviously it looks like a giant battle happening where you have Empire because you have a bunch of AT-ATs, TIE fighters, Star Destroyers. You have the Death Star obviously there. Explosions are going off on the island.
Ground
And
battles, space battles, sky, like
oh
space
yeah,
station, everything.
and you actually even have what looks to be Home One, which is Admiral Akbar's ship, just floating off to the top right of the island. And so, space battles, ground battles, it looks to be like this is going to be some kind of Star Wars Battlefront esque uh, game mode in within the game mode. And I am 100% here for it because they already released the Clone Trooper skins, and I'm going to run
It's so
around
fun. It's
as a
already
Clone
so
Trooper.
fun when they had the blasters and they have the lightsabers. It's fun when it's gone and you get to play as clone troopers and you run around the Fortnite map. This is gonna be so cool. Like
It's going to be fantastic.
it's gonna.
And
I can't wait. It'll be. I already know. I'm calling it now for people like you, not you, Marky. The people listening that are gonna be annoying. They're gonna complain that this new Battlefront type game mode is cartoony and it's in Fortnite and blah. Shush, shush. I also want a
let me
Battlefront,
have this.
but I want this also. Okay,
I want
I
both.
I have
I
all
want
these
my cake
Star
and eat
Wars.
it too.
Yeah, I will have all these Star Wars skins I spent money on. I need a mode to use them in. So please give it
Exactly.
to me.
And let me take this moment to talk to Epic Games. If you are listening, Epic Games, give us lightsaber pickaxes.
Oh my goodness. It is not fair that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles get pickaxes that are also mythics. If you don't know what that means, they're weapons in the game, but they're also pickaxes that you can hold for your character. For some reason, can't do that with lightsabers. Why? I don't get it. Lucasfilm, if you're listening, just let it happen. No one cares. No one
You
gives a
have
crap.
10% of Epic Games. Force their hand, twist their arm, make them do it.
Just do it. I honestly don't even think it's Epic Games. I think it's Lucasfilm. I think Lucasfilm's like, no, it has to be special. They're lightsabers. I don't care. They are special. They're so special. I want to hold them all the time.
I want to hold them all the time.
All the time. All the time.
As I play with my lightsaber while we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, I should go grab one of my like 5 lightsabers.
So
uh, and
I'm super excited about that, and
I'm
well, excited about the furthering of the collab of between Lucasfilm, Star Wars, and Fortnite. Back on track here.
yes. Yes.
I'm super excited about it, and I think it's going to be a great mode. And who knows? Considering we have Lego and we have Star Wars now, a Lego Star Wars mode game slash game in the game itself,
Oh my goodness.
possibly. Just that's just my calling it.
You can
It's a
add
possibility now.
calling it now. You'll be able to add Lego Star Wars Lego sets to your world. Like if I want to add a Star Destroyer in the sky, I can build one and put it up there.
That's incredible.
I don't have to spend $800. I can just put it in my Lego world and I'll be happy.
And you know what? I still want the real one, even though I there's no way I can afford this unless some Patreon people decide to give me that money.
I just want to say we're not doing this for the money. We're doing
No,
this
we're
for
not.
you
We're making
people.
jokes about it, honestly.
But you got to
It's a
make jokes
complete joke.
about making money. Like, look at all the other people that make money and that they deserve to make money on social media.
Exactly.
And then I
And
just want
other
to
things.
wrap this up with the middle. It's obviously the Disney castle, and I think they did this in a way where I don't know if they've chosen a Disney castle or if they're going to make their own Disney castle for Fortnite. That's what it seems like to me. So they didn't put like a certain castle like Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Paris, stuff like that. I think it might be like this digital looking castle. And I think this will just be like a hub area where you can kind of just hang out, maybe they do like special events, like they could do concerts here, they could do fireworks displays, stuff like that. I know that sounds lame to the people that have never played Fortnite, but let me tell you, um Fortnite live events are actually super fun. And I know that sounds so lame for the people that are listening, like this guy does the live like events on a video game, what the heck. Okay, you know what, you do it and then tell me how lame it is. I guarantee you'll have a blast because I've been to the Ariana Grande concert. That was cool. Is she cool? We're not talking about that right now. I've done several live events from chapter to chapter to season. They're super fun to do with your
Always
friends. It's
fun.
it's
Always
it's an
fun. Always a
experience
good
to
time.
do. Yeah, it's an experience that you get to do with your friends, and it's like it's just fun. It's fun to do together, and I would totally go to like a Disney fireworks like display with my buddies and hang out and talk if we just want to chill. That sounds fun.
Sounds like a
Disney.
weird dude.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just kidding. You know I'll be there.
I know, and I also know that we both cried on the last live event. Oopsie.
Oh man, you ain't gonna call me out like
Uh,
that.
so, anyways,
It was more like a tear, one
it
single
was
tear.
yeah, it was because we were all together for the first time.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
So, anyways, this looks absolutely amazing. It looks fantastic. It looks fun. Please deliver on it, though. You put $1.5 billion. There's no reason for you to not fully deliver on this, especially since you're not actually doing construction. We know you, Disney World. You take too long.
Way too long.
um, 4 years
Tron
for a Tron.
coaster.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
4 years for a Tron coaster, and it's been almost 5, and Epic Universe is almost done. A whole theme park. Yeah. Anyways, we do love you.
Yes, we
um,
do.
we do love you. We're just. Would you rather us be honest or lie to you? Come on, like you want us to be honest. That's friendships are based on honesty, not sucking up. So, anyways, we'll just go over a quick like IP spotlight. Frozen, Toy Story, Avatar, Wreck It Ralph, Mickey Mouse, Lilo and Stitch, Marvel, Star Wars, ESPN, and so much more was shown. And
Some of which we caught and they didn't.
yeah, and deepening the Epic Games and Disney relationship, Disney and Epic Games are going to be engaging with millions of players through Fortnite, and doing this is going to have like so much content integration with season collaborations, in-game activations, live events, including Marvel Nexus World with Galactus, which I mean that was there was 15.3 million people that was playing on that live event and stuff for Galactus, so that was crazy. And this is all Unreal, so everything that's made with like their assets and stuff and content, Disney's already been doing that for a while. Like speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3 and Star Wars Jedi games, Survivor and Fallen Order, those are all made in Unreal Engine. So it's super easy for them to just bring it over to this because this is all Unreal Engine 5. Um, so I think it's super cool. I mean, if you didn't know this, Marky, but there's more than 15 Disney park attractions that actually use Unreal Engine, including Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
So imagine if they just ported the the attraction over and you could like
That'd be
fly.
wild. Yeah.
That would
I
be
mean,
so
the
cool. Like a
Millennium
little
Falcon is in there.
teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's awesome. I think this is super easy for them to like. I mean, it's just a big ad, but I don't care if it's super fun and engaging. Then I support it honestly. Just please deliver. That's my biggest thing. I'm so worried about. Please, please, please deliver. This looks fantastic. I don't want us thinking this is this huge thing, and then we get like one hub, and it has like
Yeah,
TV commercials, and like
and
like
we're
we get
just
like
like,
one
oh,
skin collab like a year, and it's like, oh wow.
yeah,
I feel like that's what Disney's kind of been doing recently is like hyping us up with these blue sky ideas and like not really announcing anything. So this is announced. So let's do it. Let's get on it. Put different teams of people. Don't stress them out. Let them take their time. But also, I want it now.
right. Which I'm hoping the 1.5 billion dollars was actually spent to Epic Games, so Epic Games makes it. That's
Yeah.
my
I mean, and it's
my hope, or calling it. I don't know if
and
you want to call it either one, but
and
I'm hoping that's what they're doing.
that goes to all Epic games. That includes Fall Guys. If you like Fall Guys, we enjoy it. We're not like huge fans, but we enjoy it sometimes. Rocket League, all the Epic games that own everything that they own, that's what this money's going towards. So I'm hoping that I'm calling it now, people, and this is a very interesting power up to call this in, but I'm calling it that Fortnite, the Find It in Fortnite is going to have Rocket League and Fall Guys as game modes, and they are not going to be their own games anymore in the future. Fortnite is going to be the hub for a lot of things, and I also think that I'm calling it now. This is going to inspire other studios like Warner Brothers to do similar things, like with Looney Tunes and DC and Lord of the Rings.
Dun dun dun.
So I think a lot is gonna if this succeeds, it's gonna be huge. If it fails, it's gonna suck, and it's also gonna be huge because it's gonna change a lot. So we hope it succeeds.
Right. And like you said, this could be a good Kickstarter. I think that that is the first step towards. We keep making reference to it. Ready Player One is porting all of those games over, making it one big massive game. And I think that it would be very easy. I mean, most of the skins in Fall Guys are
Yeah,
already in Fortnite. You have Master Chief, you have Altair from Assassin's Creed, you have
they
a
they
lot of
have
different
skins we don't
skins.
even have in Fortnite, like
Right.
Buzz and Woody. What the heck?
Well, now we might actually get them because they teased them
Oh,
in the trailer.
stop! Take my wallet. Do it now.
So it's I think that would be the first step, and it's like a one single game where you can have all of these different experiences, all of these different adventures together with friends, and it's going to be an awesome thing to see come out. And when it comes out, like we said, hopefully it's good. They definitely have us optimistic from what they have shown us.
The future of entertainment, and doesn't matter who you are, and you're not going most a lot of people aren't going to like this, but my calling it for the future when I'm like 60 years old is the future of entertainment is going to be through video games, and that includes VR and all of that. It just
100%.
is. It's becoming they make more money off video games than they do movies. So I love movies. We're both huge film nerds, and like it just is. And this is where I think the beginning of a new era and how we receive content and how film companies, industries, stuff like that, this is how they speak to us now. It's going to be through video games. When this, like Marky says, is like Ready Player One. If you don't know what that is, it's a movie based on a book that's about what we're talking about right now. Go look it up. Super cool, super great movie. Um, this is it. We're gonna be in the future with our VR headsets, our Apple Vision Pro 3s, our Meta Quest 7s, and we'll be able to, jump in and be like, "Oh, do you want to go to Disney? Yeah, let's go see. Oh, look, they dropped a new trailer, but it's happening in an hour, and everybody's waiting in this giant room. We got to go wait." And then there's like millions of people waiting at the Disney castle to watch the new trailer for Mickey Mouse the movie or something.
Yeah.
So I think this is where our lives are going to start moving towards because sorry to say, old people are starting to phase out, and younger people are coming in, and everybody's on their phones and technology. So
Yeah. And especially with the new drop of the Apple Vision and the revolutionary technology that that has, uh, VR is becoming more and more a part of entertainment, and it
it,
is going
it,
to
it took
become,
it did it took Apple to do it,
yeah.
and because everyone saw the Oculus and the Meta Quest, whatever you call it, as just video game stuff, but then Apple did this, and now there's
And
people
now
walking
it's,
around, and now it's
yeah,
becoming an everyday device, and now
right.
VR is going to start becoming that.
Yeah. And so, and if you just think about a little bit more about the future, before we end, VR, if you imagine, VR is you automatically get transported into this world. Me and Justin, we both have VR headsets. It is immediate transferal, and it's
Hmm.
very interesting how they have AR and VR kind of cohesive now, where you can have interaction with your current environment and it be intertwined with the virtual world. So I have
They're
this
working
one,
on haptic feedback gloves, and
right,
like we're in the early stages, like the NES stages, but give it 10 years and we're all going to be wearing suits and gloves walking around with each
right.
other, and it's crazy.
And so imagine the next entertainment, instead of going and watching a movie or watching a movie in your house, the next phase of movies will be you, the main character, going through this experience, and you are the main character. So you do things, you have your own thing that you are the part of, and that is the next movie, quote unquote, or the next, but it'll probably be in more of a form of a video game, in that you are interacting with characters, you are interacting with people, with different things, and you are the ultimate decider on what happens. And so it'll be the new. That is what we're calling here, is that it's the next step in entertainment storytelling. Is you are the main character, you are the person who is driving the story forward, and honestly, we have many different situations where people want to live out a different kind of uh, uh, job, or a different kind of we'll say lifestyle, anything like that. They want to try to um,
If
be
you live
a
if you live in
spy,
Florida,
or
if you live in Florida and like you want to go to a snowy mountain and climb a mountain, this is how you would do it, and it
right.
would feel
And you could be
real.
like
It would
a
look real.
spy. You could be
Yeah,
a military personnel. You could participate in any one of those things very easily, very quickly, in a VR situation, where you become this character and you can live in a situation where you are that character, and take off the headset, and then you're right back into your living room.
yep. I'm excited about it.
It's going to
It's
be
cool
a
to live through this.
interesting time to live, for sure.
Oh yeah, our kids will feel like they'll be born and raised with it, and they'll have no idea like where we came from.
Right.
TV. I don't want to watch TV. That's what you listened to when you were a kid.
Yeah. That's how they feel about VHSs.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I grew up on. And then they're like, DVDs. And now people are like,
they
what are
don't even know what
DVDs?
VHS
It's
is.
so
Yeah,
weird. And honestly, some people are now getting to the point where they're like, what are Blu-rays? Which is like
yeah.
wild.
But yeah. So it's pretty cool. They're basically going to make just a giant Disney World, a la Fortnite. So super excited for it. Epic Games sponsor us. You can pay us in V Bucks.
We can piss in V-Bucks.
Pay us in V Bucks. It'll cost you nothing, and it'll
Oh,
give
man.
us everything. We're happy with
We'll be happy.
it.
We'll buy your
Disney,
stuff.
Disney, convince them on your board right now. Do it.
Yes.
Make a vote. If they say no, keep voting.
Bob, give us some V-Bucks.
The easiest sponsor. All right. I think that was a great power up. A little longer than we wanted to go. We're gonna try to keep these 30 to 45 minutes. I have not edited it, so we'll see how long this goes. But thanks for joining us for our first Calling It Power Up, and make sure you follow our podcast on wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're watching a YouTube video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave us a comment and let us know what you're looking forward to at this Disney Epic Games thing. Are you scared that Disney might be too controlling and change Fortnite, or are you super excited like of the experiences and the new content that we'll get? Let us know down in the comments, and comment on our Instagram, follow us there, and let us know. Send us a DM. Maybe we'll respond depending on if we get a lot of people sending us messages.
And thank you all so much for our very first video. We had a total of 282 views on our podcast
Counting right now.
and
So
counting. And
yeah,
it's only been a week. So thank you guys so much for believing in us and enjoying this time with us. And we are having such a blast doing it for you guys. Thank you guys so much for your confidence and your time. We appreciate it greatly.
we're so excited for the future of where Colin is going to take us all. And we are so happy that a lot of you are choosing us to be your entertainment news outlet and theorizing and just talking and calling it with you guys. We're so excited that we have so much support, and we really do appreciate it, and we feel the love, and we hope you guys feel love from us as well. Again, I'm Justntime, and I'm here with
Mark Hadabaugh.
and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.